Brightburn, is it an original movie? Well, no, not really. But is it fun to watch? Well, if you like horror movies and you've always kind of wanted to see an evil Superman let loose, then yeah, it kind of is. Now, Elseworld stories about Superman have always been about nature versus nurture. Now, some fans might know of Red Sun, where he lands in the Soviet Union and becomes a communist dictator. And then there's Speeding Bullets, where he lands in Gotham, gets raised by the Waynes, and essentially becomes Batman with superpowers. Superman's character has always been attributed to his upbringing, specifically the way he was brought up by the Kents. Now, while Brightburn is almost an exact copy of Man of Steel, from the shaky cam cinematography, to the color palette, to the location, to key moments and dialogue, to even the font used in the trailers, it at least flips that nature versus nurture concept on its head. Like Superman, he landed in Kansas and was raised by wholesome farmers. But unlike Superman, who was sent to Earth to be its savior, he was sent like Goku to be its conqueror. Now, Logan let us see in brutal fashion what an enraged Wolverine was capable of. Brightburn gives us a taste of the same thing with Superman, with some surprisingly gory deaths. You have been warned. Those who have played Injustice: Gods Among Us might recognize one of the kills. Now, this is a horror movie and there are jump scares aplenty, but I agree with Chris Stuckman in that the emotional heft of this movie is carried by the family dynamic. It's quite tumultuous to see the perfect parents trying to come to terms with the superpowered psychopath that their child has become. That brings us to the excellent performances by the parents, played by Elizabeth Banks and David Denman, who I'll always remember as Roy from The Office. As for Jackson A. Dunn, who plays Brandon, the main character, I think he did a pretty good job of portraying a psychopathic character mostly devoid of emotion. Now, I can't say he had the most range in his performance, but I guess that's to be expected. Now, Brightburn ends with a subversive twist that keeps us guessing about what's going to happen after the credits finish rolling. Brightburn was produced by James Gunn, director of Guardians of the Galaxy, and it was written by his brothers Brian and Mark. Now, it was shot on a relatively small budget of only $7 million, so I was surprised with what they were able to accomplish. Now, most of the people that I've spoken to lately about Brightburn haven't actually even heard of it, so I feel it's my duty to shed some light on this underdog. I was quite satisfied with Brightburn. I liked the subversive take it had on the Superman story and even just the superhero genre as a whole. I think I'm going to be a little bit generous and give it 4 out of 5 pies. I think you should check it out. Thanks for watching. If you like this review, please hit like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. You can also check out my other reviews for Avengers Endgame, Game of Thrones and Shazam. I'll link them below. This video was brought to you by Reading Cinemas. You can buy their great value tickets at their website linked below. Until next time, peace! I'm the best.